Hello, Solo Board Game Guide here, and a bit of a different video this week. This is a bit of a side project that I have going on. I actually have another YouTube channel where I manufacture, design, do lots of computer design, milling, turning and fabrication. So this is sort of the in the Venn diagram of those two interests of gaming and making things. This is a little project that I have, and this particular one is a 3D printed Settlers of Catan set, and I've just been doing a casting. So I designed it in a couple of pieces of software that you may or may not have heard of, called Fusion 360. Also, a bit of SolidWorks was in there, Mesh Mixer. It's a bit of a Frankenstein of various pieces of 3D design software. And then what I did was I 3D printed a mold, or a mold master I should say, a die effectively. And from that I poured in silicon to make a silicon mold. And into the silicon mold, and there's a couple of different types here, very well used. I've probably sold, I don't know, getting on for 100 sets of these over the years. I pour in this Zencast P2 resin to produce these components. So it's a nice little sort of side business, I guess, which combines two of my, passions, which is designing and making things. I'm an engineer by trade, so I love, thinking about the best way to manufacture things, and I also love gaming, so it's a perfect combination. So I'll take you through the pieces. That's the desert. And I have been thinking about using this as the Catan border, if you're familiar. We have a wheat field, so I made a little sort of crop circle and a little farmhouse on the corner. And all these circles, when they're combined together, make a perfect circle for the various houses and roads and villages and settlements, which is pretty nice. Onto the quarry, which is we've got a bit of a hillside and a few bricks lying around, and these circles are for the circular number chits. So I believe there is actually a solo mode for Catan. I haven't tried it, but I'm going to at some point. So I'm going to paint one of these up and I'll share it with you guys. I used to sell them painted, but to be honest, the amount of time for the extra revenue that I get just isn't really worth it. So I tend not to sell them painted. This is one of the forests, which is an abstracted conical trees, which I quite like actually. And what I like about this set, and I would say this because I've designed it and I sell it, is that it's unique. It is completely unique. A lot of them sold on Etsy and eBay are actually complete rip-offs of something put on Thingiverse. Thingiverse being a 3D repository of files, and specifically a lot of the ones on eBay and Etsy breach the terms of the original Thingiverse design, whereas this is my own design. This is one of the fields, the pastures design, abstracted sheep again. When they're all painted up, it looks really, really cool. So that's the sheep, and then the mountain is probably the thing I'm proudest of. I actually took some 3D topography data and mapped it into an STL, and then combined that into my hexagon design that I got, I made from Fusion 360. So that's like a parametric style item. So we've got standard CAD combined with some funky mesh from I think it's from NASA topography data. So it was a really interesting project. I probably bored you to death here, but I absolutely love making things. And I think where I'm going to go with this channel, I do a lot of solo board gaming stuff, but I think I'm also going to do a bit of making for board games, because I do a lot of it myself, even from print and play all the way up to 3D print and play, casting, laser cutting, all that good stuff. So do let me know in the comments if you like this video and you find this kind of thing interesting. I'm certainly going to do some kind of video about 3D printing and how it fits in for the board game, because for a couple of £100, you know, a few $100s, you can get something that's going to massively enhance your hobby. So yeah, we'll take it from there. But that's 3D printed Catan. I'll put a link down in the comments so you can buy one of these if you're interested, and if not, then just leave us a comment, and I'd love to have some feedback from you, and I'll try and do a bit more of this content in the near future. Thanks for watching, and I'll put some videos up on the screen that you might be interested in.